Crop circles, the complex shapes which mysteriously appear each year in fields around the world, have been discovered in growing numbers since the late 1970s. The majority of crop formations are found in the Wiltshire area of England, but other counties have had their fair share, particularly East and West Sussex on the southeast coast. Although generally smaller than their Wiltshire counterparts, the Sussex formations are often notable in other ways. This Celtic cross design appeared early in the summer of 1993 at Sompting, near Worthing, and drew a lot of attention. Sompting has been host to many Sussex crop formations. Some believe this is connected to the proximity of Sisbury Ring, a nearby ancient hill fort, a powerful place in local folklore. Another almost identical Celtic cross appeared soon afterwards, about a mile away. This later grew another smaller circle. Not far from the first Celtic cross, this formation appeared on the same night and began as a single circle with two small paths, but grew several other strange shapes over a period of days and became affectionately known as the kebab. Later on, the kebab grew even further, although not everybody was happy with the final result. This formation was found near Lancing College at Shoreham. Continuing the Sussex trend of formations which grow, it began life as a cross with a small central circle. This circle then expanded one night to cover the arms of the cross. The formation was very close to the River Ada, and even closer to the flyover of the busy A27 road. Although the lay of the crop was rougher than the perfect spirals researchers had come to expect, the multi-directional flow of the stalks and the much-sought phenomena of bent plant nodes found was impressive. The survey team from the Centre for Crop Circle Studies takes samples of the affected crop to be analysed by Dr. William Levengood, a biologist in the United States. Dr. Levengood has discovered that crop laid down in formations shows marked physical differences from unaffected plants. Differences which cannot be accounted for by any human or mechanical pressure. Thus, in his opinion, a genuine formation is defined and can be detected from any man-made one. (1994) began simply with a single lightly impressed circle at Sompting. In fact, so lightly had it been laid that inside the formation it was difficult to see at all. Over the adjoining hill, this tiny ringed circle followed soon after. Much of the crop had grown up again when the survey team reached it, but the effects were still clearly visible, including a standing tuft of wheat at the centre. Dowsing for any residual energies, in this case with a pendulum, is often carried out. These two oval shapes, found at Birling Gap near Eastbourne, appeared unimpressive from a distance. However, an astonishing effect was discovered inside. All the crop had been bent over halfway up the stems, many woven tightly together with the head of the plant next to it, forming little nests throughout the formation. One of the ovals was found in halves, one each side of power cables which crossed the field, as if a descending shape had been accidentally sliced in two. The same crop effect was found in long strips along the metal fence at the back of the field, prompting one theory that a circle-making energy hit the cables, sliced the oval in half, and earthed itself along the fence. The Birling gap formations provoked intense interest from many leading circle researchers, although some were of the opinion the ovals were the result of unusual bird damage. If this was the case, many unanswered questions remain about the extraordinary effects discovered. Samples examined by Dr. Levengood have been decreed by him as having very genuine crop formation properties. In wild areas around the power cable poles, stray oilseed rape and other plants exhibited the same effects. A similar effect was found in small areas of this dumbbell formation at Falmer near Brighton. Although extremely old and messy when examined, it exhibited all the properties researchers look for, including those sought by Dr. Levengood. After the Kebab formation of the previous year, this quickly became known as Kebab 2 for obvious reasons. Only one field away from its predecessor, it shared a rather strange appearance. Inside, the lay and centers of the flattened crop were exquisite. Strange red spots and a sprinkling of a silvery dust were discovered inside parts of the formation. the origins of which remain unknown. Like the original kebab, this one grew several new additions later on. Perhaps the finest Sussex formation of 1994 arrived at East Dean near Chichester. The farmer, however, was rather less impressed with the formation's appearance. Given the inclusion of a half-moon design, it is curious to note that the adjoining woods are known as half-moon peace. Further up the hill, another equally large configuration appeared. Both formations exhibited tails of diminishing circles, something of a national crop circle trend in 1994. Sussex was host to many formations in 1993 and 1994. This one at Sompting was the first of 1993, appearing in the closest field possible to a house where the Sussex team held an important meeting the following morning. This became known to some as the Snail and appeared at Shoreham in 1993, not far from the Circular Cross formation. These small rings were discovered at South Harting in 1994, a few miles from the East Dean formations. This is notable for being the first Sussex oilseep rape formation on record and was found near Patcham in '94 at the back of Ditchling Beacon. More unusual still, by the time it appeared, the distinctive yellow flowers had already vanished. But of course, there have been rather less serious moments. The last Sussex formation of 1994 was again at Sompting, 3 circles of diminishing size. It appeared on almost exactly the same spot as this formation in 1992. As another circle season drew to a close, those drawn to the phenomenon could only speculate as to what the following year would bring, and ponder further on the possible origins and purpose of this enigmatic but very beautiful mystery.